James Chance Carlson. Come in for dinner now.
Let's mix it up.
Welcome to Mixtape Generation. I am Adam.
I'm Chance.
And today we've got a great episode for you. I'm going to bust open the laptop
Reminiscing about the 80s.
How old were you the first time your parents let you leave the house all by yourself?
Probably 9.
Yeah, I'd say 8, yeah, 9.
We had bicycles. What's a bicycle, Adam?
It's 2 wheels, a seat, and handlebars.
No battery.
No,
you didn't plug those in.
No, you're not riding around through the neighborhood running over grandmas. I mean, maybe you were, but
we had some. If you were cool, you had a BMX or Redline.
Yeah,
some of these really cool bikes. I just had a typical banana seat.
Banana seat. I was going to say, you had banana seat.
Yeah. Sometimes you put cards in the tires.
So made that
click them.
Yeah.
But we would ride our bikes, and we didn't tell our mom that we crossed a busy street or two. We were gone.
Oh, heck no,
we were gone.
And you'd come up with crazy places to go. Like, where are we going today? Gosh, I got so many bike stories, and we'll probably get into it in this episode. But you think about how young we were when we left the house by ourselves. For most of us, it was quite young.
Yeah.
Maybe even younger.
Mm-hmm.
And the crazy part is, for those watching who are maybe under the age of 30, our parents had no way of reaching us. There was they could call the friends' parents at their house.
Yeah.
But if we're not there, there's no way to reach us. They don't know where you are. And sometimes that was a good thing.
Yep. It was amazing.
So today we're going to talk about what it was like to grow up before cell phones, before GPS, before AirTags, before having to check in every hour with your mom and dad. None of that.
Yep.
It's life like that.
We still had stranger danger, though. We were taught to say no to drugs.
Okay? Stop, look, and listen. Stop, drop, and roll.
Not
only
you
can prevent forest fires.
You wouldn't stop dropping on the sidewalk, though.
No,
Adam would.
No,
but we did not do that.
If I was like doing some breakdancing, yeah,
you would.
Yeah, I'm gonna have a little bite of hot dog.
Yeah, those bicycle days. Okay, so typical Saturday.
Wow. Or in the summer, a typical weekday.
Yes.
Any day but Sunday.
Since we are in the summer. Dog days of summer.
Basically, you leave the house sometime in the morning and you just tell your parents, hey, I'll see you at dinner. And you might think we're joking if you're younger, but that's the absolute truth. See you at dinner. Mom, what time's dinner going to be? Oh, 5 or 6. Be home by 5. Okay. And hopefully you get there by 5.
Yeah, hopefully.
But yeah, you would leave after breakfast. In some cases, you didn't eat dinner at home, and it was just the streetlight rule, right? Which was?
Streetlights come on, make your way home.
Make your way home, yeah. And in the summer, that could be 9 o'clock at night. And in the winter, it was like 5.
Yeah.
But boy, I've got winter stories that, and I'm sure you do too, of when it was like Christmas break and we would be playing and sledding until late at night. And we weren't about getting run over by cars
but our parents would, if they felt something, or they would get in their car and drive around and try to find us. I had my mom do that a few times.
I don't know if my parents did. Mom, you're watching. Did you come looking for me?
I had my mom coming.
I don't think my mom cared. She's like, hey, come home,
I was probably late for something or an activity, and so so they would come and find us. And
I don't remember a lot of is pressure the right word?
That's true. That's true.
To be home at a certain time. I mean, I'm sure there was, but just my memory thinking back was you leave and you just come home when. But here's the thing. Getting on your bike, and you mentioned this earlier, and just going somewhere. And sometimes you'd ride miles away from where you lived.
We would.
See, you know where I grew up.
Yeah.
And you know where Allen's that just got torn down was.
Yeah.
We'd ride our bikes out there to buy treats. And
it's almost 2 miles away.
Yeah, 2 miles. And we were 10, 11 years old, riding our bikes. Or we'd go up in the mountains.
Would you go on State Street or the side roads?
No, back roads.
Okay.
Yeah, never on state. It was always back roads. Always back roads. But yeah, you'd try to find new places you hadn't explored before.
Yeah.
But yeah, you'd get on your bike and ride for, and then you weren't expected to check in.
Oh.
I don't know how parents did it.
I don't either.
Like, did they just not care,
Or
are they just
busy?
them?
No, us as kids, because my kids check in now because I got to take them somewhere to an activity or an
absolutely,
event.
we were less busy.
Because I was doing sports, but it wasn't like every day.
I mean, you were doing sports, but like probably later, right? When you were older. When
No,
you were
I was-
10, were you doing?
Yeah, I was doing sports.
actively?
Yeah, basketball and other stuff, but it wasn't like every day. It was
'Cause I think-
1 or 2 days a week.
Doing junior jazz in elementary school.
Yeah, junior jazz.
That was on Saturday.
Yeah.
And it was maybe 2 hours on a Saturday. There weren't all the practices and all that stuff.
Yeah, we weren't part of a club.
No, you just show up and you play and go home. Same with flag football. You'd show up. Maybe you'd show up an hour before your game and you'd run some stuff and then you play your game and you go home. But yeah, no checking in, none of that stuff. But yeah, I think life, again, I'm just trying as a parent and now as a grandparent, putting myself in my parents' shoes. Like it was just the way it was, I guess.
Yeah.
Your kids go out, you don't care.
Trusted that they
Trust.
make a good choice.
Yeah. And again, there's no GPS to track where you are now. Like we can track our books, we can track our suitcase, we can track everything. It's just
Yeah.
Helmets. Did you wear helmets?
No.
Did you wear seatbelts?
Occasionally, but not a lot.
It wasn't required, right?
No.
No helmets on bikes.
You weren't notified in your car if you needed to put your seatbelt on.
I don't think I wore a helmet on my bike until my wife and I got e-bikes.
You probably wore it on your mission.
No. No, I don't think so. We didn't have bikes until like the very end.
Wow.
We just walked.
Okay.
So yeah, no helmets. And there were no laws for helmets. I think there are now, aren't there? I don't know.
It's a good rule. We're pro helmet, by the way.
We are pro helmet.
Please wear a
Please wear it. And seatbelts. And don't drink hose water.
Go ahead.
But we didn't have bottled water. We had hose water.
Yeah.
You want a drink?
I remember going to 7-Eleven. We'd ride our bikes to 7-Eleven. And when they started selling bottled water, I was like, why would you buy that? That blew my mind.
I remember I was maybe 10 or 11 years old, and my neighbor across the street, you know how you'd set up like lemonade stands?
Yeah.
He was selling water. And I was like, what an idiot. Like, what is he doing? And he was a couple years younger than me. And it's like, what? And now, I mean, he was a genius.
Yeah.
He should have kept that going.
Yeah.
Did you use sunscreen? Did your mom make sure you put your sunscreen on? No.
When we were going to the pool.
Yeah, when you go to the pool.
Yeah.
Did you have to pack snacks? Make sure you bring a snack. Grab yourself a granola bar.
No.
Because you knew you were going to your friend's house, and they had
snacks.
And they had better food at his house than you did at yours. They had the junk food. I'd go to Kevin's house. Kevin had Wonder Bread and margarine.
Kevin.
I would go there and eat toast. I'm like, hey, Kevin, can we have toast? He'd probably wonder, he'd probably, why does Adam always want toast?
Of all the snacks you can choose from.
Oh, he had
Sunny
the
D,
best
some
toast. The
Sunny
best
D.
toast. How far do you think, we talk about riding our bikes away from
Well, you
home?
went at least 2.5 miles. That's 5 miles round trip.
Yeah, I think that's the farthest, except for when we'd go up in the mountains. And I don't know how far we went then, because we would ride all the way out to like Cedar Hills area. Sometimes along the dirt road, the trails.
Yeah.
But yeah, probably like 2.5.
Yeah, probably 2 miles was a good radius.
And as a kid, you think that's
Yeah, that's for
I'm lost. Did your parents have any rules besides, be home when it's dark, or make sure you're here at dinner time? And you knew when dinner time was, so you just tried to make sure you were there. I had my watch. I could look at my.
You had a swatch watch.
Check my time.
No, I just think I don't remember any rules. I really don't. I'm like, what was a rule? I think it was just respect older people. I think was the main rule. Like, do you think do what your friends' parents told you to do? Like,
do you think you ever went out and stayed out longer than you were supposed to?
Oh, sure.
Yeah. And what were the repercussions of that?
I'd be grounded, which was terrible because then I couldn't go out on my bike.
You had
the
to
next
stay
day.
home.
Yeah, you stay home. And we only had 3 channels on TV.
3 channels and no video games. What do we do? I got to read a book, I guess.
Severe punishment. Being grounded was not good.
No.
It was terrible.
Yeah. But, I still found ways to sneak out even when I was grounded.
Yeah, grounding was the worst punishment.
All right. Here's something that young viewers may never have even thought of because they all have digital devices. How would you find where your friends were? Because we couldn't call them and say, hey, where are you guys at? I mean, you could call their house, but you usually didn't. How would you find where they were?
I think the 80s, there was probably some magical honing device, and you would just start riding your bike and you'd see
The pile of bikes.
Yeah,
You look at the front lawn.
or the
there's
skateboard.
Yeah.
Or they'd be playing football in the front yard, and you say, "Can I play with you
Hey,
guys?"
guys? Yeah, and just join in.
Or you'd go knock on the friend's front door, and say, "Hey, can you play?"
Yeah. Is Mikey home? I didn't have a Mikey friend. I had a cousin Mikey, but not a friend. Call them on the house phone. Ask the parents. And if nobody was home, nobody answered, they're not there. So
Yeah.
you just try the next friend's house and just keep calling. But we always seemed to find each other.
Yeah.
We didn't have texts. We didn't have any of that, but we found each other.
Yeah, I think it was a magical device.
It was
the first satellite.
magical GPS. All right. So adventures would just happen. Number one, building forts. How many of you built forts? Do people still build forts?
No, because it's the wood's controlled now. You can't just go
Steal it?
Scrap find a 2x4 sitting there and haul it away.
Haul it away. Yeah. Borrow it. You're just borrowing it. Man, we built some killer forts. My friend Nathan, in his backyard, was the fort yard. And we built a 4-story fort.
Wow, that's impressive.
It was awesome. And then the neighbor teenage kid chopped it down with an axe.
Of course,
that's what
that's
they did.
what they do.
So we rebuilt. Yeah, we rebuilt. Bigger and
You had
better.
to start over.
The lumber was still there. It was just in pieces.
Make forts great
We had
again.
to make forts great again. Did you built some good forts?
Oh yeah, it was amazing.
Yeah. Or
Because we had this sagebrush
oh,
and these bigger trees and these odd trees, and you just find a sturdy few branches and just pile the wood in there and figure it out.
did you ever build like cave forts out of dirt?
No.
I remember one of my friends. They were
We did about
landscaping his backyard
Oh
or
yeah.
working on it. So they had like big piles of dirt and stuff, and so we'd like build like little cave forts in the dirt.
An adobe.
Fortunately, it didn't collapse on
Like
us.
an adobe
kill us.
house. The
Yeah, kinda
first
like
adobe.
Adobe, yeah. We didn't have drainage tunnels here in Utah, did we? I don't think so. Finding the clown down there.
We have gutters.
Railroad tracks, I didn't have any around my house. I don't think you did up where you were.
No.
Fishing, no. Didn't go fishing much with my friends. Climbing trees. That's kind of a lost art.
It is.
I was out to dinner with not out to dinner. We were up in the canyon with my family recently, and I was trying to encourage people to climb trees. Now, they weren't easy trees to climb, so I get why they didn't even try doing it. But I was just like, tree climbing, the art of tree climbing is... I mean, do you think your kids could climb a tree?
No, they wouldn't even know where to start. But in addition to this awesome adventure, what about toilet papering a home?
Oh my gosh.
Soaping a car.
I never soaped a car. I did toilet paper many homes.
But now with all the technology, you
cameras?
can't even
No.
like asking kids to a dance nowadays. You know who it is.
You know who it
It's
is? Yeah. Sneaking into abandoned homes or homes under construction.
Sure. Oh yeah.
We all did
all
that.
the time. There was no camera,
No cameras.
no security.
No. Bike ramps. Did you build any killer bike ramps?
Every day
I made a bike ramp
on the sidewalk.
in the sidewalk in front of my house. And then I jumped off of it and I crashed, and there were some boards in the gutter. I think it was a 4x4 that was sitting in the gutter that my dad was using for something. And I landed on it right on my chin. I think the scar's still there.
Wow.
And I wasn't I don't think I was with my friends. I might have been by myself riding my bike. And I go knocking on the door of my house. I don't know why I just walk in. I think I was in shock. My mom opens the door and I'm just covered with blood, just gushing out of my chin. So they went and got stitches for me. But
Good
yeah,
job.
we did risky things. We didn't care.
They named risky business after our generation.
I did. Yeah.
Yeah, we would just find a few boards and then just build a small ramp, and you would just,
Try to get in.
and then your friends would lay down on their backs and you try to jump over. How many friends? I mean, I thought that was
It's like
normal.
you were Evel Knievel.
Yeah. Yeah.
You wanted to be Evel Knievel.
Yeah.
That's a whole other episode. Evel Knievel.
Yeah,
Holy
he was
cow.
amazing.
So again, those are things that parents nowadays would probably pass out if they knew their kids were doing. They would melt down. It'd be a meltdown.
Did you ever make mud pies? Like get mud and make it into a pie and like take it to people, like jokingly? We did. I remember that. I was really young though. I was like 5 and we were making mud pies and taking them to people. We thought we were so
Cool.
yeah. People were just
And
like,
you thought they were going to be like,
get this
wow,
mud,
thank you.
get this mud off my porch. Like
Did you ever do
ditching.
flaming, you poop in a paper bag and light it on
No.
fire on the porch? I think we tried it once and then it just backfired. It didn't do anything.
Literally.
But the
backfired.
fire went out and we were just like, okay, that was dumb.
No, we weren't that.
Stupid things. All right. Things eventually at some point, something would go wrong.
Sure. All the time. Yeah.
It's going to go wrong. Your bike gets a flat tire. You have to walk home pushing it. That sucked.
That was the worst.
Yeah. But we knew how to fix it.
Yep.
How many kids could fix a flat tire nowadays? Come on. Did you ever get lost?
I don't think so.
I got a getting lost story.
My,
I got a getting lost story. This is good. It's pretty good. So me, my brother, and I think a friend and one of his friends, we decided to go camping, and you'll know where this is. So just above our home, there's the Battle Creek Canyon, and on the south side, those cliffs and stuff. Well, we went up to the top and camped on top of that mountain. And my brother, thank you, John. You'll have a comment on this, I'm sure. He had this genius idea. Let's not go back the way we came. Let's find a new path to get back down.
he's a pioneer.
And so instead of going back down around that mountain, he decided to go down where the cliffs are.
oh.
And I think we had our
Into
dog
the
with
fall?
us. Well, down to where the fall, yeah.
Oh, wow.
But coming down
That's
this,
steep.
yeah.
That's very steep, John.
I was terrified.
John.
We lost my dad's saw, and we never told him we lost it. I think we kept that a secret. But we lost his. I don't know. We took a saw with us so we could cut branches to make a fire.
Oh,
I think our dog was with us. Poor dog. I was sliding down shale rock, thinking I was going to fall off a cliff. We weren't necessarily lost because we could see where home was from up there. We just didn't know how we're going to get down to our home. So that was terrifying. Breaking bones. Did you break bones?
yeah. Arms, hands.
Arms, legs for me. Just
Let's-
riding my bike.
Let's turn it over to John. I kind of want to hear the rest of this.
The rest
story.
of the story,
Yes.
as somebody used to say on the radio. John, tell us the rest of the story.
Errors and Omissions with John. Errors and Omissions with John.
Adam, Chance, wow, this is great memories, man. Thinking all the times we had and all the fun we had, being a little dangerous, man. There's some stupid stuff we did. I think my brain still hasn't worked since the day I ran the sled into the back of somebody's car when we were sledding down the big hill next to the house there. I slammed right in the back of the car. I think it knocked me out because all I remember is seeing birds flying over my head and lying on my back on the hill while the sled had gone down the hill. Yeah, great memories. So, but errors and omissions, we had to correct one thing. I mean, it was stressful, but I don't remember it being as traumatic as you've made it out, Adam, the time we got stuck on the cliff. So here's the quick story, is that Kevin's dad, Kevin and Jeff and you and me and the dog had gone up to the mountain to go camping. His dad, Jeff and Kevin's dad, drove us up. We unloaded. It's the top of that mountain there. I can't remember the name of the mountain, but you go up Dry Canyon in Orem, and then you go to the top. I think there's some springs up there. But we pitched our tent, went up there and camped overnight. And then to walk back, we either had to go kind of back down there, back to Orem, and then a hike like 5 miles back up the face. You come across the face of the mountain over to Pleasant Grove. And I was like, well, why would we do that? Let's do this. Let's go around the back of the mountain over to the top of Battle Creek Canyon and come down the canyon. It's very, very short and drops you right out there by the house. So we started making our way back to the base of Mount Timpanogos, and had done no recon, no looking at maps. We didn't have, all trails or Google Maps to help us find the trail. We just saw a trail, went back that way. We went back that way, and all of a sudden, the trail ran out, and it actually ran out on the top of a cliff. And the smart answer would have been go back and see if you could find the right trail or go back to where you started from. I says, nah, look at this. We can go down there. Look, I can see the trail right there. It's down at the bottom of the hill. And so we found a shale field right there. And I said, look, just get on your butts. Adam, I remember Adam. It was me. One of us was holding the dog and going down. And of course, yes, we had the saw. It was those old wood, tree saws. And we lost that up on the hill. And I think my grandpa's fish filleting knife, I think somebody had that strapped to him, and that ended up on the hill. A little tense, but that we survived. It was great. Dad never did figure out where the saw went. He did ask me one day about it, and I kind of said, I don't know. It's up on the hill somewhere. It was a $5 saw. I think he went and got another one. But either way, stupid stuff. We did a lot of really dumb stuff. There's a lot of stuff the kids do today. A lot of stuff that we did. If they did it today, folks would get arrested. My son can tell you a story about that. So I was remembering we in the after Halloween. That was pumpkin smashing season. Where do you think the name Smashing Pumpkins comes from? It was a national sport across the nation for teenagers on the day and days after Halloween. So one day we were out doing our Smashing Pumpkins bit, and we got a little creative. That day also, the next day happened to be trash pickup day, and some people left their cans out. Well, they were metal garbage cans, the good old days. And so we were at this hillside, and we put some garbage cans at the bottom of the hill, and we were bowling pumpkins into the trash cans. It was all great fun until the police showed up, and we all scattered, and I got nabbed, and police were lecturing me, and of course my dad was mayor at the time of the town, so they all knew who I was, who my dad was. That didn't help, and so I got a stern lecturing, and then they sent me home. So just stupid stuff. I suppose someday, Adam, we tell a story about throwing snowballs at cars at the church. Just great stuff. So I went through a list of some things. TPing, toilet papering people's homes. Man, that was great sport. I think we got it once. You always felt bad when you got it, but it was always fun to do it to somebody else. My good friend Josh, you've heard Josh stories on here. This is a Josh story where he was the victim. I can't remember who was sleeping out, but a bunch of us were sleeping out. I think he was in the other church congregation. So the boys in my church congregation, we had a scouting camp out. And so we decided that night to go over to Josh's house. We got a bunch of toilet paper, and he had a great house because you could easily get to his backyard, big backyard. And so we sent 2 or 3 guys on the other side, and we were on the other one side, and we just kept throwing rolls of toilet paper, hoping we wouldn't actually hit the house and wake anybody up. And man, we did it. We got it. We covered that house in toilet paper. It was a thing of beauty. So bottle rocket fights. We used to get bottle rockets out of Wyoming, and then before Harry Potter and Avocadabra, we would play bottle rocket fights. You light a bottle rocket, stick it in the end of a little pipe, and point that at somebody, and hit it, take them down with it. That was great fun. We used to shoot BB guns at each other. I remember getting hit in the butt. I remember Adam got hit in the butt once. He didn't take too kindly to it. Shoot each other with BB guns. Here's a great story, kids. So in today's day and age, you can never, ever, ever get away with this. It'd be a federal crime. So 6th grade, Mr. McAfee at our little elementary school there was also an NRA hunter safety instructor. So I should probably pull it. I still got my hunter safety certificate in there for Mr. McAfee. And he brought a bunch of .22 rifles to school, to 6th grade elementary school. And we sat after school and learned how to safely operate, safely clean, and how to aim and sight and the proper stances and all that, and how to use a rifle safely. We grew up in an era where you went hunting. And so, and then one day he says, hey, if you all have your own .22 rifles, bring them down. And so I remember carrying my .22 rifle to school and sighting that thing in. And boy, what a time. It was nothing to have a rifle in the gun rack of the back of your pickup truck, take that to school, and that rifle would just sit out there in the pickup truck. You might have a handgun in your truck. Nobody cared. As long as you were mentally straight there and weren't using it, we never had a problem. Nobody ever thought of something like that. Remember, I went to Europe and bought a bunch of Swiss Army knives, little tiny Swiss Army knives for my buddies. Came back and I'm handing out Swiss Army knives at school. Nobody batted an eye. Just a different day and age. Yeah. So what else did we do? I remember getting stung a lot. Man, I used to get stung all the time. I had a scooter. It was a great one of those Honda scooters. And of course, no helmet. Like, what was a helmet? We didn't have a helmet. I think I had a helmet for it. I never used it. Man, that's too cool. I had great hair. I had a denim jacket, the Levi's denim jacket. I had a cool shirt on underneath. I had my scarf. I used to douse my scarf in Polo cologne. So I had a scarf on, and the girls really loved it. And I'd drive back and forth to school and back. And one day I'm coming back up the hill from home, or from school to home, and I actually ran into a bee. I must have rear-ended that guy because he got me right there. And I'm just tears streaming down my face, trying not to crash my scooter as I go home, chin all swelled up. So yeah, you have that happen all the time. What else we did? Oh, last story. So crossing the street. So busiest street in Pleasant Grove is State Street. It's a major highway that goes through the town. My dad had a business downtown on State Street, and across the street was a gas station. It's there today. It's called Maverick. At the time, it used to be called Mr. G's. And he would give me about $5, and he says, go over there and buy some hot dogs and some and a couple of Cokes, and then and get yourself a candy bar if you want. So at the time, you could get 3 hot dogs for $1. Man, that was a great deal. And so I would go across the street. I get 6 hot dogs, 3 apiece. Got my hot dogs, get a big, jug or whatever it is, a soda, and 2 of them, and then also a Charleston Chew. Love that Charleston Chew. And so I've got, and I would Frogger my way across 6 lanes of traffic to get to Mr. G's. I'd get all this stuff, 6 hot dogs, 2 Cokes, and a Charleston Chew, and I'd Frogger my way back across State Street without trying not to get hit, and go back to work and share some hot dogs and Cokes with my dad. That was a great opportunity. Love that. So yeah, we were fairly stupid. Someday, Adam, will have to have a discussion of sleepovers and how we survived sleepovers and scout camps. And I got some great Boy Scout stories. If we were just, how we didn't burn down entire forests, I'll never know. So yeah, that was it. What a great time to live. Finally, yeah, the hours. We would disappear all day. In the summer, I love to read. So I'd just go somewhere quiet, read, or I'd go play with my friends. You were right. We'd just go down the street. If friends are home, they're home. If they're not, they're not. We didn't set up any phone calls or texting or, whatever with each other. We just went down there, and you go there and you knock on the door, and they say, oh yeah, so-and-so, he went to Provo to go do something, or he's at the doctor's or something like that. Yeah, he had something else to do that didn't involve you. And you were like, what? How can he how can he not do something without me? So you felt a little offended, and you'd wait, and then he'd show up, later, and you'd spend the day and go do stuff. Just go be stupid. Yeah, that was the day. At night, we go play kick the can. We played till 10 o'clock at night. And as long as you got home about 10 o'clock, nobody really cared. Now, we did get in trouble. It was a mystery. So, there wasn't any hours, there wasn't any time to come home, but you were supposed to know when you were supposed to come home. And if you didn't come home, or you knew you were supposed to come home and blew it off, you'd catch heck for it. And I don't know about Adam's memories, but I remember a few times not being on the same wavelength as my mother, and coming home at a time that she thought was not the time she wanted me home, and I should have known and figured that out. And I didn't figure it out, got heck for it. But that was just, again, part of growing up. Yeah, look, we had anxiety back then. We struggled. Adam could tell you all about getting on the phone and what it was, how hard it was to get on the phone and talk to people. But you didn't have a choice about not being anxious. I remember being dropped in Korea at age 19 and being told, good luck, you're not coming home. And you just had to figure it out. Today's day and age, we've got therapists and counselors and mentors and all that. And I think that's great. But it never hurts to get dropped off in the middle of somewhere and says, go fend for yourself. It builds character. So what a great time to be alive. Guys, mix it up. I've spent too much time here. Keep doing what you're doing. And I'll talk to you guys down the road at the next time we gather together. Take care. Rock on.
And I think broken was, but I got stung by bees and wasps all the time.
Oh my gosh.
Like
yeah.
you just find yourself in a bee's nest or a wasp. You're just like, okay,
Yeah.
I'm gonna get stung.
Yeah. Yeah. By the way, thanks, John. That was great.
John,
Good information. But yeah,
thank you.
I think what it came down to, and not that we don't trust our kids nowadays.
I don't.
Okay. It's true.
I'm just kidding.
Parents expected us to solve even the smallest of problems.
Because we couldn't call them every 5 minutes.
And we didn't have ChatGPT to answer it for us.
Well, even in school nowadays, kids have ways to contact their parents all the time.
Yeah.
So it takes the responsibility and the trust that you've gained as a teacher out the window because you're managing all this different communication styles, different behaviors. Back in our day, the teacher was in charge.
Yeah.
And you had to do what they said because you couldn't call your mom every 5 minutes.
Yeah. Yeah.
And so it's just really different.
Really
Really different.
Yeah. And not that one's right or wrong. It's just different. Okay, we were right. The other thing is older siblings watching younger siblings. And
all the time.
that still happens, I think, nowadays, I assume. I don't know.
I'll share my story. I'm the oldest. My younger sister was still using a bottle. So we'd prepare the milk. And in my laziness, because I was watching one of the 3 channels on TV.
You didn't want to make a bottle of milk.
Yeah. So she didn't need a bottle after I babysat. I cured her of the bottle because
What did you do?
I didn't give her a bottle.
You just didn't do it. You didn't do anything.
Yeah, I didn't give
I
her
thought you were going to say you put like Mountain Dew in it or
No,
something.
I didn't give her a bottle. So after that she didn't need a bottle.
Look at you. Good parenting.
Lazy
Parenting.
babysitting.
Um,
Adventures in babysitting. Like
yeah.
babysitters were a big deal. Like we had babysitters, we had older siblings. Like
I never
can't
had my babysitter was my grandma.
oh, that's nice.
So my mom would take us, or dad would take us to our grandparents. Usually my dad's mom, my grandma Holdaway. But not always. Sometimes the other grandparents too. But yeah, he's either my grandparents or as soon as my brother was old enough, which was like 10 or 11, he was watching me. Maybe even less than that. Yeah. Do you think our parents trusted us more then, or they just had fewer options to do
I think they trusted society more.
That's a good point.
Because there wasn't a lot of, like, maybe the lack of knowing created more of a trust.
Yeah, because now we know everything that's going on in the community. Even stuff you just don't care to know. You know it all.
Yeah.
And so it creates that fear
Yeah.
of, well, I don't want my kids going out there
Yeah.
unsupervised, or I got to stand out on the porch and watch them play, and they can't leave out of my sight. You got to stay here.
Yeah.
But I get it, because there's a lot of bad stuff in the world.
Sure.
But there was probably bad stuff back then. We just didn't know it.
Yeah. And it seemed like there was more like apple trees, peach trees. And so you just walked along the street, grab an
a fruit.
apple, grab some fruit. You're just like, this was part of my
Yeah.
my
hungry?
walk. Yeah.
You find your own food. That was your snack. Literally, you wanted a snack? All right.
I would have loved going up around here.
Yeah.
All the orchards.
We had a lot of orchards, a lot of apples.
God, you guys.
We'd go down to Bezants. Just take them from the Bezants.
There you go.
Yeah. Sorry, Bezants. So, let's finish this off with a little fun. You grew up unsupervised if, and we'll fill in the blank.
Okay.
So, you grew up uncircumcised.
Sure.
You grew up unsupervised if you drank from a garden hose.
Yes, lovely garden hose, and you wouldn't really ask for permission. You just go and turn it off, grab a drink, and then just turn it off.
Yeah.
It was like
It's like if the hose is sitting out on the front lawn, you're going to take a drink.
And then
you're
did you-
thirsty.
Did you have any friends that had a drinking fountain in their home? Yeah.
What?
I had a couple friends. They had a drinking fountain,
Like a real
a
drink?
full-on drinking fountain. Yeah, I'm like, wow, that is
Gosh,
so
what neighborhood
cool.
did he grow up in?
But-
Jeez.
But yeah, don't get a reverse osmosis system. Just use the hose.
Just use the hose. What was it? Reverse
lead.
osmosis. We didn't know what that was.
Full of lead. We loved
Yeah.
it.
All right. You grew up unsupervised if
No bike helmet.
no bike helmet. They didn't even exist. I don't. There were no.
Yeah, we
bike
were in the
helmets.
Tour de France. We didn't care.
And if you were a skateboarder like you were, you didn't wear a helmet.
No, I should have.
Probably. All right, you grew up unsupervised if you climbed up on the roof of the house or your friend's house. Although I still do that. So, like just recent, like in the last 10 years, I convinced my wife and I and our kids for a fireworks show. There was fireworks. Let's go up on the roof and watch on the roof.
James Taylor has a great song.
That was a bad idea.
Up on the roof.
Getting off the roof is the hardest part. Getting up's easy. You were unsupervised if you crossed busy streets alone. Mom wasn't there to hold your hand. You just did it.
You just kind of watched.
You knew all the shortcuts in the neighborhood. I think people know that now.
Yeah,
you
would know that it was okay to kind of sometimes walk through someone's backyard or front yard. It was, yeah, you didn't want to if they had a big dog, but it was kind of common to walk through the yards a little bit. Sorry if I broke anyone's rose bushes
all the time. You knew your home phone number. You had to. 801-785-5810. Still got it.
801-572-1182.
My best friend Kevin, 801-785-2893. I still haven't memorized. Haven't called that number in over 40 years. Oh my goodness. The things that stick with you. Again, the street lights come on, you know it's time to go home. Did your mom yell your name from the front porch?
Not really.
I know. I didn't either.
Yeah, you
just knew.
Yeah, you just came home.
And then you left, once breakfast is done, you're out of the house, and by the end of the night, you're filthy dirty and...
Great times.
Great times. So, yeah.
Thank you, neighborhoods that I might have...
destroyed.
Caused some damage, and thank you for being...
Here's one we didn't even talk about. I'm just going to throw it out there real quick. Night games.
Oh, all the time.
Oh, you lived for night games in the neighborhood.
We'd play random games...
Capture the flag, kick the can.
Some version of baseball for hours.
Yeah. And it was dark.
Basketball.
You told your neighbors, hey, can you flip your lights on in the backyard?
So find the ball playing basketball.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
The basketball all ratted because you're playing on the asphalt.
Yeah.
Those were the days.
Those were the days. And either no net or a chain net. You hated the house with no net. You did not want to play the no net house. That was the worst.
That's what they called me. No net.
No net. That was his nickname in high school. Do you think kids today are missing something important?
I don't know. You don't know what you...
Well, you don't know.
What you're
not missing, yeah.
Yeah.
So I think I think I'm just
going to go drop my grandkids off in the field and see if they...
Survive? Play Survivor? Yeah, that's why we watch Survivor now, because it's like our childhood. That was it. We're reliving it through these people. I don't think they're missing something important in their lives, because every generation has
something to deal with.
Yeah. I mean, we grew up in the 70s and 80s. What about our parents that grew up in the 40s and 50s?
Yeah, the Great Depression. Yeah.
It's something different, some challenges. So yeah, it's not that one's better than the other.
Sure.
It just has its own unique characteristics.
Yeah, the wars, all the stuff that we had to deal with. Yeah. Let us know some of your favorite memories. Were you building forts, bike jumps? We'd love to hear what you've got.
Yeah, every neighborhood was different. Let us know what yours was like growing up. What's the furthest you were allowed to go? Could you go 2.5 miles away on your bike? What was the rule you couldn't break? We know everybody had a rule they couldn't break. I'd have to think what mine was, but I'm sure we did.
Probably no junk food.
We can't wait to see your stories no junk food. Can't wait to see your stories in the comments. Please let us know. This is going to be a fun comment section.
Yeah, let's get those comments rolling.
Yeah, we want to see it. So again,
comments rolling.
We thank you so much for joining us on this episode. It's been fun to reminisce. I think the key point is there's no perfect generation.
Wow, it's profound.
And every generation has its own pros and cons.
Mm-hmm.
And every generation creates a certain type of person.
That's true.
And we were created by ours and influenced by ours, and current generations are influenced for good and bad for theirs. And ours was good and bad too. So
amazing.
Yeah, a lot of great things. So again, thanks for joining us. Please like, please subscribe, please share.
Invite a friend, grab a drink, enjoy the show.
We'll see you next time on
Mixtape
Generation.